This sounds like a zombie movie, but it's in the Bible. The tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. So where did this crazy story come from? It's not really useful for Christian theology to have had the dead already rise at the time of Christ. I have a theory. This is not a religious channel, but it's not a religious channel. The zombie episode interrupts the finale of the crucifixion of Jesus in Matthew 27, and it's baffled scholars for centuries. It comes in between the tearing of the temple veil and the declaration of the centurion, which are both found in the other synoptic gospels. But this story about saints rising from the dead doesn't appear in any other gospel or anywhere else in the New Testament. There's obviously no historical support for this happening. Scholars have looked for literary influence in other sources, but nothing conclusive has been found. I'm going to propose this supports the theory that the Transfiguration was a post-resurrection narrative that got moved to an earlier point in the Synoptic Gospels. I've covered in a previous video how the Transfiguration would fit better in the genre of metamorphosis. So if we place the Transfiguration after the resurrection, then the positioning of this story starts to make more sense. This episode happens right after the crowd thinks Jesus calls for Elijah from the cross, and Matthew likes to link its narratives with repetition, like a trail of breadcrumbs. He may have been trying to expand on how Moses and Elijah came to appear at the Transfiguration, and that seems less like it dropped out of nowhere if there are already holy zombies wandering around at this time. Both of these narratives appear to exist on the same layer of literary development. The Transfiguration says it was kept secret until the resurrection, and while Matthew 27 says the tombs broke open at the moment of Jesus' death, the zombies don't actually walk until after his resurrection. The Transfiguration sounds like it's trying to explain why people didn't hear about the Transfiguration until later, which seems unnecessary since the Gospels are written so long after the fact. It's possible that this is really just trying to gaslight people who could have remembered a differing version in which the Transfiguration came after the resurrection. If the Transfiguration was displaced, then that explains why this zombie narrative appears isolated. It could have made more sense as foreshadowing in a sequence of linked narratives, but as it is now, it's a broken link. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you found this informative even if you don't agree with me, and if you liked it, please help me out by liking this video and subscribing if you want to see more like it.